How are interest rates affecting sales these days? That's a question I often get asked. It is currently fall, it's October of 2023, and the rates have just been hovering around the 8% mark. They were a little above and a little below, and now they're probably high sevens, and it's higher than we've seen in a long time. Not only that, but the rates in recent months have gone up at a rate faster than we have seen for a long time, maybe faster than ever. But they're certainly not higher than they've ever been. And having been in this industry for a few decades now, I and many of my colleagues have the advantage of having seen much higher interest rates. In fact, historically, this is still a very good interest rate. Now, if you've only been paying attention for the last 10 or maybe even 20 years, this interest rate seems incredibly high and alarming, perhaps. I remember when I got into business in 1990, my sales manager, who had been in the business since the 70s, told me about certain times where the rates were in the teens, 15% or higher. That certainly affected the market. In fact, this particular sales manager said that he just went and tended bar for a little while until things got better. And I do remember the interest rates being around 11 when I started, and people getting excited when they got down below 10. So with this type of perspective, 8% doesn't seem so bad. I listened to an investor not long ago whose rule of thumb has always been, if I can get an interest rate below 10%, I'm happy. Now that's, of course, if the investment works numbers wise, but perspective is important. And you know what? In today's market, back to the original question, how are the interest rates affecting the market? Certainly there are less buyers, but you know what? In today's climate, there's still a lot more buyers than there are houses for sale. It's still a seller's market. Yes, it's slowed down, it's cooled off a little bit, but it's still a fantastic time to sell a house because there are more people who are still qualified and still wanting and willing to buy than there are houses for sale. So, of course, interest rates affect the market. It hasn't changed the fact that it's a great time to sell a house just because of the inventory. Inventories historically are at historical lows at this point, and houses are still selling well. I'd say it's a fantastic time to buy a house. The rates may come down, they may not, but in the long run, typically people are so much happier and better off having jumped in the market, jumped in the game. And if they get a chance to refinance, wonderful. If not, you're still going to get the benefits of home ownership that you won't be getting otherwise. So, little insight as to what my thinking is anyway on interest rates today. I hope you have a fantastic week.